What they say you is when you the former president of the United States and you've been indicted on 13 felonies down there in Fulton County, Georgia. Apparently they're gonna say your motherfucking ass is $1.7 million richer because he done got his campaign money up since this mugshot. Y'all wanna talk about that shit and a whole lot more? Here we go! It's the AJ Red Show starring me, AJ Red. Look, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Y'all ready to get into this next topic? Let's go. Yes, it's me, your boy, your cousin, your homie, your friend, your next door neighbor, maybe even your co-worker if we fuck with each other like that. It's your boy, AJ Red. I'm back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. I know y'all been saying, where in the fuck you had your bald-headed ass at? And listen, life been lifing, and I've been doing the damn thing, keeping my head above water. Like I tell you all the time, taking care of my parents and shit the best I can. My daddy took his crazy ass and went down into the hospital. Thank God he ain't dead, you know, all this stuff, they made it back out of there. But, bottom line is, life been life. And you try to take care of your parents and sometimes their ass is hard-headed as fuck. They don't listen to shit now. It's basically, the student has become the teacher. Now you gotta tell them how to eat their motherfucking vitamins every day and how to drink water and all this different shit. The same shit that was written in your mind now they don't wanna fuck with. They wanna sit around and eat ice cream, pecan sandies and shit like that all motherfucking day now. And if anybody holler about diabetes or sugar intake, they have a fit and they ready to fuck up anybody in the room that goes against them. Y'all know how they are, our elderly people. All that stuff talking about wisdom. They're hard-headed as fuck, but I've been taking care of them, getting the job done, making it happen. Still being blessed in the midst of it all. And I'm back again. I know I owe y'all big time. I started to do a live today, but in the haste of everything just getting back into town, I just felt, honestly, I didn't feel like really doing the live because it's a little bit more that goes into it. Then I got to get on here and appease y'all crazy ass and wait for y'all to get over here in the room because 9 times out of 10 y'all down there barbecuing or some shit, or, you know, over there some kind of Sunday brunch or out there spending money I ain't got, just like my ass be doing, hanging with y'all friends, foes, family, and cousins, and all that different shit like that. And doing other things too, like lifing and taking care of y'all's family as well. I'm trying to see what the fuck my hair doing here, so y'all just kind of bear with me in the name of everything. Yeah. But anyway, y'all ass have been going up for that. What they say you is? Listen, I found that video was sent to me, and it was so fucking hilarious. I had to share it. And I think I'm going to start doing things like that a lot more often, sharing other people's work. Although Damon and Aries really didn't need my help becoming anybody. They've been out long before I even thought about it. But it's just like encouraging the old comedy, the fun shit, the way it used to be without all the extra additives and attitudes and all this other stuff and being subjected to so much criticism and hurting people's feelings. But that video, that skit was very good. I still find myself sitting here laying around looking at the shit, and it still tickles me. But anyway, I'm back with a couple of not issues, but I mean some of my issues for the world. But anyway, before I get into all that stuff, please go ahead now. If this is your first video, please go ahead and hit that subscribe bell. That's the best one. I see y'all been hitting that bitch anyway off of what they say you is. I see I see a lot of people have joined the family because of that. We're going to keep that shit going. I don't know about the what they say you is part, but we need these subscribers to keep continuing to join the family and stick around for the fuckery. Hit that subscribe bell. Also hit that thumbs up button. That helps me out a lot. And make sure to share these videos as you all have been sharing these motherfuckers a lot here recently because I'm getting so many comments, so many emails and all kind of shit. And I thank you guys for it. And I thank you again so much. I always ask, I feel like so much of you, but you bring back so much more, 10 times fold. You guys return to me. And for that, I love you guys so much. But getting into the subjects or the topics or whatever the fuck you want to call them. Some of them are pretty juicy. Some of them are, whatever. But I talked about, well, I brought it on the roster, whatever the fuck I thought I should be talking about because y'all don't be wanting to tell a motherfucker what y'all be wanting to hear. And when I do my lives, I be wanting to do them longer. But I'm going to have to, I guess, start letting y'all know when I'm going to do the live. So y'all can pencil me in and hang out with your old cousin. But anyway, over here, y'all know before I got up on this bitch real quick. Donald J. Trump is been indicted in Fulton County, Georgia by what her name is. Big Fannie Willis, district attorney over there, Fannie, whatever they want to call it. She's indicted him on 13 felonies over there of fucking around with the voting tampering situation in 2020 as to how he got into be president, the 45th president, right? And so they indicted him on those charges. I did watch. It took on me to watch it because somewhere along he talked about how she was fucking at some point in time some felon that she was supposed to be representing or working for. And in that same breath, sister told him, I tell you what you do. You be ready for my attorney to come over there and talk to your motherfucking ass about defamation of character. My people will be serving you, and you will be going to court on that situation. My thoughts on that whole topic overall is, honestly, it honestly gives nobody's above the law. Whether you that's from the homeless person on the street, which I seen get arrested the other day by my job for breaking some doctor's window. They hunted his ass down in 20 minutes and they found this homeless man. Yet when I tell you they hit my motherfucking car, bitch, it's been several months and you ain't found nobody yet. But that's neither here or there. But they're arresting people from the homeless on up to president to let you know that you are not above reproach. You're not above the law. You are no better than the rest of us. We elected you to do a job, which was lead the people, and it was supposed to be by election and election only that you got that seat. And he's been arrested for tampering with the voting during 2020 to actually get himself in that seat. Let this honestly, I want to say, let this be a message to those who decide to run in these political offices and hold these political seats that feel like that because you're in that seat or you hold that kind of power that you can actually trample all over the laws that have been written when y'all hold us to them bitches tooth and nail. But y'all can trample all over the laws and do different shit to get yourselves in and out these seats or whatever have you and let it benefit y'all. But let that serve notice to, I hope this is not the only person, and I hope that this goes all the way through court and actually Trump has to do some time and that he is taken out of the election for 2024. Now, the reason I say that is, like, I heard another TikTok that he was like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm going to agree. This is my own analogy. That is one angry grapefruit. Because that mugshot done got him $1.7 million in campaign ad money. While y'all around here laughing and talking and shit, kikiing and leg slapping, this angry orange done run up the tab. The people done put money in his account just off the mugshot alone. Here they selling merchandise with mugs and t-shirts and all this different shit. And you got Caucasian folk and even some black folk down there in Georgia and other states that are backing Donald Trump. They're putting money in just because they can. They're putting money in just because they can afford it. They're putting money in because of the promise that he gave them and what, he stands for, and that apparently they have the same political views, he and these people. But what I'm saying to you guys is, my campaign, I can't campaign for saying go down there and vote and make sure you get the right person in office, because in my opinion, they all get in there and do what the fuck they want to do or do what they're told to do. Just real fact. We have yet to see any president or anybody in a political seat that actually has planned to do the right fucking thing, actually win these seats. And some of them that semi-reflect, they're going to get in and make a change for the people and be for the better. They're going to push for the agenda of the people and not just for the agenda of the House or the Congress or whatever have you. These people end up somewhere getting whitewashed or brainwashed or just bought the fuck out. And they wound up, the few promises that they did make, they can't even come through on because they've been bought out and sold several times over. So, but this should serve notice as to, I agree with Cat Williams when he made the statement that says, we need to have a leader in office that's, for one, bold enough to write an executive order that says all these politicians in the Congress and the state Senate and all this stuff only can serve X amount of terms, and then after that they have to be put back into society where they too have to deal with some of the laws that they've written and imposed upon the people. That's tax laws, that's gun laws, and all of these different laws that they set up and write in the name of making America great again, that we don't get to have a say on. Look at the educational views with DeSantis over there in Florida and how that's going to a fucking shit show. I don't understand how people like DeSantis is continuously being put back in the seat People like Greg Abbott and so many others are continuously being put back into the seat. And there's some of them have gotten to the point, they ain't making no motherfucking promises that's going to satisfy you. They're like, I have enough backing to say what the fuck I want to say in my motherfucking campaign and still know I've been paid enough or I paid out enough to make sure I have the proper amount of votes to put my motherfucking ass back in the seat again come next term. And ain't nothing you can do about it. That's even you going down there and voting. And I said all that to say this. That is why I'm not getting on here saying I'm campaigning to go down there and vote. Because we clearly see that it can be paid to be altered. If the president can do it, you know, who knows who else? Who knows what other political seat has the kind of power to be backed by these oil companies or these big tech companies to get enough money in their fucking pockets to say, okay, well, that's what you need me and my homeboys to vote on or go on, or that's what you need my homeboys or whatever and me to go against. Cool, but you pay the tab and you got it. But like Cat Williams said, piggybacking off what he said, if they had a certain amount of time to sit in that seat and they had to go back out here into society and deal with these laws, honestly, these big tech companies wouldn't even approach them because they're like, well, bitch, you only good for what, 2 years, 4 years, whatever have you. And the likelihood of you being reelected for a second term, or third term, should I say, is pretty lack thereof, you know? But since they feel like it's a privilege and it's a given, not a privilege. It's a job. And even saying that, I'm going to say the same thing I've seen many other people say on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and everywhere else that I've had conversation with about this Donald Trump situation. It just screams so much motherfucking not clout, but it seems it's given what's the word I'm looking for, y'all? Help me out. It's gonna come to me. But he gets to do what the fuck he wants. You feel me? You don't have any backlash for your bullshit. When I say that, it's a simple fact of, for you and I, under the laws that they've written, you can't even go out here and get a motherfucking job if you've been accused of a crime, let alone now been indicted of one. And I can't understand why this man's name is still on the motherfucking roster to say he's running for president for 2024. That as to where one of us, I'm gonna give y'all this scenario to make it make sense. For me, I was going for a job. I applied for a job with AT&T years ago, and back then it was called Singular, right? And when I first started out, this was many moons ago. I first started out, I was young, didn't know how to do finance, but I was out on my own. I was trying to make it work. I went out there and I needed food. I was taking care of a child that wasn't even mine, but at the end of the day, it was a family member's kid, so that child was living with me, so I had to feed them. I didn't have the time to do food stamps and all that stuff, to learn all that shit that quick. So I'm taking care of myself and a child at the age of 18 that's damn near my age, right? So I figure I gotta feed myself and I gotta feed this kid. So I walked to fucking Piggly Wiggly during that time because I didn't have a car. I went down there and wrote a hot check for $72 motherfucking dollars to get a few groceries in the house until I can figure out other things to feed myself and this kid. Well, and even me trying to survive and trying to think of a way to get it done, which wasn't the smartest way, but it's what I knew how to do at the present moment. Excuse me. It was months later I went to go, it was a hot check. I never put the motherfucking money back. I never paid the shit. It went up for whatever. So when I went for a job with Singular, what happened was they ran a background check. And during this time, I didn't know they can sit around and see no background check and seeing no background, that they even put you on no shit like writing a hot check. I didn't know there was even such a thing at the time, right? The job contacted me and told me, we want to hire you, great interview and all that, but the last thing that you need to do, if you want this job, bitch, you better scruffle up $72.82 and go down there to the courthouse, to the Baton Rouge City Court, and pay that motherfucking check first, and then you'll have a job. They put me through all that, a taxpayer that is abided by the laws. I may have not been abiding by the laws then, but since you're going to hold my motherfucking balls to the fire, bitch, I went and did what you said and got that job. So with that being said, how is it everyday common folk have to follow the rules and the laws, or we can't fucking eat or have a decent job, but people like Donald Trump, because of their status and where they live and where they came from, no matter how fucked up the past, they still can go and run for some shit as high as motherfucking president of the free motherfucking world, which is soon about to be basically a third world country, unless I guess you're going to get up there and turn everything around and go over there and overturn the whole situation with BRICS and get our ass in that shit. And we're going to probably be in for more shit than we even imagine. So either way, we are fucked. Because Biden over there now, he over there talking some bullshit on the microphone, talking about trying to compare his house fire with him and that old lady he married to the shit that happened in Maui. And he over there falling asleep on the fucking microphone with his eyes half asleep with a fucking thing around his neck over there in Hawaii telling these folks this bullshit. But that's what I'm saying. Again, the rules don't apply to them. They write rules that apply to our funky ass, and they do whatever the fuck they want behind our back and now in front of our fucking face. So, yes, I'm glad she got Donald J. Trump down there and indicted, and I'm hoping it goes all the way through, and I'm hoping it wraps itself in a nice little Christmas bow with saying before the end of this year, saying that he's been indicted and he actually got to at least serve some kind of time, and he got to back out of the 2024 election. Because all the rest of the candidates, when they come on there with mudslinging with each other and shit, it be shit like, oh, a politician running for senator or governor of Illinois, caught sucking dick behind a dumpster at a Burger King. People see that, most of the time the bitch just drop out the race because they don't even want to discuss it, especially those back there sucking dick. Or, you know, some shit like they don't want to discuss that. I'm gonna just let this go away quietly and, yeah, fuck the election. That kind of shit. But they don't give a fuck about what this man doing. They letting him run anyway. So I feel like this here about that there. That mug shot to me was an angry orange with a toupee on his head. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure this girl live around there become president of the United States of the America again. Yes, it may be her last term, but who knows what the fuck he gonna be able to do in the next 4 years. The bottom line is probably shit like this. We talking about his name and got everything included in it. Got to come down off the motherfucking web. We don't know yet. So, bitch, count your days, everybody, bitch. Because at the end of the day, if this orange peel head looking motherfucker get back up in that office, yeah, he gonna have one of his hooves up our motherfucking goose ass around here with this bullshit. Anyway, moving on, because I ain't trying to make it too long, and I'm already 16 minutes in. Unfortunately, what they say you is, for Bob Barker, they say Bob Barker is dead. Bob Barker died at the young tender age of 99 years old, when he was just in a few weeks like Betty White, about to be 100. I don't understand. I heard the gospel song say 99 and a half just won't do. So is it the ones that make 99 and a half die and go to hell and can't get into heaven? I don't understand the theory behind it. Somebody drop down in the comments. Help your boy and let me know what the fuck that means. But I don't understand. Bob Barker, if y'all don't remember, in my childhood was like a white granddaddy to me that came on and gave away shit. Yeah. The days on, and I got to stay home from school during the summertime and shit, because they wasn't running like people doing now. Or, you know, you got to be off the summer. And if they was, he had to pre-do them episodes and shit and get out there and do the thing. Bob Barker was an old freaky ass white grandpa that loved the bitches with big titties. That's why he had all the women up on there to my showcase price, and them bitches be doing all this shit like this here. Bob Barker he liked naked women, he liked big breasted women's. He was an old granddaddy. He gave away shit. The only thing about it I couldn't understand, and I guess I realized some point in my age why he wasn't my real white granddaddy, because he ain't never gave me shit but a good time trying to watch Plinko. I love watching some Plinko. Who does my favorite motherfucking game? That was my shit. When they put Plinko on that bitch, I'd be glued to the TV. You know what I'm saying? I'd be homesick with the chicken pox and shit, watching Gumby and all that shit, playing with my Play-Doh and all that shit like that. Couldn't have my sister's Barbie dolls and shit like that. Just being a regular old little badass boy. Bob Barker was the shit on Price is Right. Come on down. Now, mind you, they done had, I think, about 2 or 3 announcers, and Bob's still been kicking in the line. So I don't know what the fuck it is. The world's behaving so bad now, even the folk that get to be up to 99 can't cross over into the other land to be 100, and they got to be taken about this bitch and sucked about this motherfucker before they lay around there and see the good time everybody else had to give. But don't get it wrong, Bob Barker lived a good life, and he retired, honestly, around about the age of 70-something. And he been living over there in California. Let me tell you something. I had just asked about Bob Barker the other day and looked him up. And as soon as I looked him up, a week later, he was dead. I got to stop doing that kind of shit, because apparently when I be asking if they still alive, they just be on the brink of some shit. And it don't be on, well, it be on the brink of a new day, just not here. But what they say you is, Bob Barker is going to the upper room with Jesus and the rest of them that's over there, you know, Betty White, they were there dapping each other down and shit and drinking white wine, spritzers and shit. Because, you know, when they die, you can't show up to their funeral with no check drinks and shit like that. They the white elite peoples. You got to show up with shit like ginger ale, Pellegrino water, shit like that. So I guess I got to go down here and get me another suit and get ready to go down here and sing for this funeral and give a couple of inspirational words for this man. Because, listen, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna embalm him with, because Bob Barker looked like he looked like a walking skeleton, looked like molded cheese, like he was just falling apart by the wayside. He looked like Mitch McConnell was his granddaddy or his grandchild, one or the other. I don't fucking know, but they was both pretty motherfucking old. They had all kind of moles and shit on them. Stuff was breaking out, and I don't think it was the herpes. But in the same breath, it could have been because Bob Barker was a freak. They tell me he likes to touch the ladies on their titties and shit like that. So many of them quit and filed sexual harassment claims against him. But listen, down to the funeral, y'all, for y'all black folk that be wearing y'all, the women's that be wearing them bustiers and stuff with your titties out, with the powder on your chest, with the thing on your chest that say bitch the tattoo, y'all can't come to the funeral. If you wear Daisy Dukes, you can't come to the funeral. If you wear mini skirts, you can't come to the funeral. If you can't dress like Barbara Bush, one of them bitches like that there, if you can't dress like at least Obama's old lady, Michelle Obama, which y'all seen this chef done died over there and fell over in the lake and drowned his motherfucking self. R.I.P. to him too. But it was no fault to the Obamas. But, you know, if you can't dress like that, you can't come to the funeral, especially not to the repast, because down to the repast ain't gonna be no check drinks, bitch. They don't even drink Coca-Cola, bitch. They don't drink that kind of shit. When you 99 years old, bitch, you gotta bring Diet Coke. You gotta bring sugar-free shit. You gotta bring sugar-free mints, sugar-free caramel candy, because you know all the rest of them shit, they ain't but a foot in the grave and one on living land. So you got to bring sweet, you know, sugar-free mints for them, because we get to talking to them and start finding out how they got to know it, Bob, and all that shit back in 1912 or 1900, you know, because that was a long motherfucking time ago, how they discovered the first loaf of bread together, how they had the first taste of Coke in the U.S. and shit like that, and, you know, how they had a dog named Buddy and a cat named Pussy, you know, all that kind of shit. You know, you hear them kind of stories. You got to bring age-appropriate shit to the repast. So if you can't bring that kind of shit, if you want them wild youngsters, you think they're going to play Young Thug or Fetty Wap or some shit line to the repast, I don't put it above them because they got a life behind closed doors, but I think they're going to plot it, you know, we're going to have to dress up in our nice fine attire and come out there and be ready to swap banana pudding recipes and shit like that, like they did in the old South and stuff like that. But R.I.P. What his name was again? Shit, Bob Barker, 99 years old. He done went to the upper room. He done checked out. Not like Tito, that Lou Nell was over there telling everybody that Tito Jackson had them fuck around and died. She was sitting there eating them fucking pork chops. I'm sitting there saying, poke a fuck your head up. Stop eating that shit, Lou Nell. I love you to pieces, bitch, and I don't want to see none of your OnlyFans shit. But yeah, don't be getting on there announcing people ain't dead, people dead, and you ain't know. Don't do that shit. That's crazy. That don't make no sense. Next topic I got on this motherfucker was Cardi B. So Cardi B now, y'all know she already suing Tasha K and trying to snatch everything Tasha K got, including her panty liner, her motherfucking her hair curlers. She want the kids' college tuition money and all that shit from Tasha K. And she say she won't stop until she get it all. And she gonna make Tasha K a motherfucking, she gonna make her bear witness. And she gonna make her out a motherfucking believer. And she gonna make her broke. Well, she ain't imposed just that motherfucking sentence on one person. She is also now allegedly filed suit on Ashton Walker, social media influencer, that took his silly ass out there fucking around talking about Cardi B's husband, Offset, was cheating on her, when apparently it was not so. Let me tell y'all something. Over here on this channel, it won't be so. We won't be talking about Cardi B too much on this bitch. Cardi B, girl, I love you. You one of my friends, bitch. I prefer you over Nicki Minaj. Always have and probably always will, as long as you on this lawsuit kick, because we ain't gonna be talking about her much over here, because, bitch, if she sue me, she gonna get a dog named Pussycat. She gonna get a motherfucking mountain of bills, bitch. She gonna get a car note. And she ain't finna get no motherfucking mortgage note. She can pick up this rent if she wants to and carry out this motherfucking lease in this place. And that furniture note, I don't know what the fuck they gonna do with that, but anything I got, she can have. So you lay around there and sue me, sis. As long as I owe you, you'll never be broke, because I ain't got a motherfucking thing to give you, bitch. I'm over here fight, scratching, and praying my way through the day every day, just like everybody else, on a 9 to 5, trying to go down here and get these motherfucking yams and make it happen. So we won't be discussing too much of Cardi B's business over here unless she has talked about it and brought it up, and then we'll discuss it. But as far as the alleged rumors, we ain't fucking with that, because she's suing this bitch because he got his goofy ass up on there talking about Offset cheated on her. And when she told him, like she did with Tasha K, she gave you bitches a warning. She said, take this shit down. My man ain't cheated on me. You need to go yada, 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 sit your punk ass down, all the different shit here. Well, he didn't do it. He had a comeback. He told her, bitch, you don't be getting mad with me. You should be getting mad with your man, because he the one cheated on me, not you. And that's what I'm saying about some of these influencers on social media. Bitch, you ain't got to worry about that from me. I'm not about to sit here and go back and forth with you just to get some beef started on fucking social media just to get famous. That ain't gonna be the case. So Cardi B, high five. Girl, we friends. Sue that bitch. Sue that bitch. Listen, sue the bobby pins out that bitch head. That ain't got nothing to do with me, but I'm gonna report the shit. I'm not here to talk about it too much. I'm not here to be in it to cause a decision. I'm not the judge, but I'm here to report it. But yes, Ashton, honestly, just like with Tasha K, when a lady came to you, you should have went ahead and agreed to take the post down, especially when she had told you her husband didn't cheat on her. That was not a thing. I'm not trying to start no shit. You know, I'm trying to make a friend, not an enemy. You could have been a good friend to get to Cardi B, just like I said with Tasha K. Y'all can be sitting around drinking white wine spritzers and Pellegrino water, eating fresh cantaloupe and mangoes and shit, and not drinking Andre wine. Y'all drinking, you know, Moscato and stuff like that, the real kind, not the kind they sell over here at the corner store. The lady buys the real shit. Y'all can be sitting around and collaborate. You could be in her video. She would have given you an interview or something like that. So at the end of the day, yes, you got her attention. But again, I guess in some instances, all attention is not good attention. So Ashton, you need to take your silly ass over there. You need to hit Cardi B up. Try to talk to her and her people. And try to make amends, apologize, and remove that shit from your platform, bitch. And try to save yourself the money that you ain't got. Because I'm pretty sure, I ain't looked into Ashton Walker's finances. But at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure what she looking to sue his ass for, he ain't got it. He ain't got it. He ain't got it. Leave me alone. Know how to leave me alone. Now, bitch, you done went fucking with this woman, so now she gonna fuck with you back. And what her words was, the same she had for Tasha K or raccoon eye looking ass. She told that bitch, listen here. If you don't want to play ball, bitch, I tell you what. I know it's the bitches that own the field. I know it's the bitches that runs the game. I know the bitches that runs the scoreboard. And I guarantee you, when it's all said and done and the last song is motherfucking sang, bitch, and them shoes got to come off and them corns got to be rubbed, I guarantee you I'm going to be the bitch that's still standing and winning. Mm-hmm. So, Cardi, I hear you loud and clear. Just like that child, I'm the youngest of a bunch. And I watched plenty of them older than me get fucked over by a lot of shit. They got their ass whooped. They got their ass kicked behind a lot of shit and got punished for it. You think they didn't teach me not to fuck with that shit? So, Ashton, I'm watching you and Tasha K silly ass over there fucking with this woman. And, bitch, I'm learning. I don't want no smoke. Not like that, bitch. I ain't got that kind of money to give. No. And then that lady's going for financial records. She ain't just going for what you say you is and ain't got, bitch. I got a couple of TVs in this bitch. Surround sound, a stereo, and half this shit in here I don't own. I'm just going to say the appliances shit, I don't own this shit. My furniture and all that shit from top to bottom I pretty much own. I ain't going to fuck with it. Stand down, June. It ain't worth it. Leave that woman the fuck alone. Ashton, get your stupid ass. And matter of fact, Tasha, you might have a little grace left in there. If you go down there and get that lady a public apology and get your ass on your platform and just finally go ahead and let that lady win, because she winning anyhow. Bitch, I ain't got the money to go down there and hide no maternity for all this fighting and legal course. I don't have time for that kind of shit. I ain't got time to go hide no ass. What assets am I hide? I barely got an ass behind me, bitch, so I can't be found. No! That's too much fucking energy. When you can just seriously sit up here and be the kind of person that's adult enough to say, I fucked up. I made a mistake, and let me right my wrong, and I'm going to begin by this. Let me offer this. I'm about to put my earpiece in, y'all, because I ain't got that bitch in. I got started so quick trying to get on here with y'all. It's connected now. But be the bigger woman or man and say, I'm sorry I fucked up, and my sister, I'm sorry, can you please call the dogs off the back door, because, you know, listen, Jack Frost is nipping at their ass, baby, at the back door financially. He wants it. And Cardi B says she gonna make an example out of him. Have at it. What I got next up on the roster? Here lately, have y'all seen where these mobs are going into these malls and these Gucci stores and Hermes and Burberry and places like high-end places? They going up in this bitch in the motherfucking daytime, suited up in black, just smash and grabbing. Now, I haven't heard any reports. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know if y'all heard about anybody that's gotten arrested in any of these raids. But I know y'all seen these motherfuckers run up in there in all black and grab what they want, People standing around videotaping and looking, including the workers, and they just grabbing shit and running out the motherfucking door, never to be seen, heard from, or found again. I don't know who's conducting this shit, but listen, I don't fuck with Louis, I don't fuck with Gucci or any of that stuff, but if y'all got one of them bags, look, I don't condone stealing none of that stuff, but I guess I can take one or two off your hands. Got it for the right price. But I know they're making a killing off that shit, because 9 times out of 10, they going right down there and selling that stuff online somewhere, or selling that shit to some chick in the hood that got her taxes, or just got her big settlement money from her baby daddy child support, and they feel she ready to buy that shit, or she still got a little PP loan money left, or whatever, or she a hard-working bitch, and don't feel like going to stand up in the line at the Gucci store. When I die, bury me inside the Gucci store. She said they ain't got to worry about that. Catch them down there on the corner or such and such and so, and they can get what the fuck they want for the right price. But my thing is, part of it is, I can tell y'all right now, I don't give a fuck what you say. Don't come around here with no bullshit to my, oh, is you into that gang? Nope, bitch, because first of all, I'm going to tell you what takes me off the list. All that black they got on in the summertime running around here in that heat, I would be the bitch to get caught. I'd be the bitch to get caught. They got black masks on, black uniforms, black bags, black boots, and all this shit. They run around busting up. First of all, you got to run up in this bitch, run up in the mall, grab what you can get in there, and run back out there and get into the car, the van, or whatever, and get away. Y'all got me at that part. That be the part right there where I blow a gasket, bitch, either running in or out with as hot as it is outside, you know, getting to and fro. So running into that store, running into a store, and then gotta get on the other side or get through the motherfucking store, get to the booth where the expensive shit is, and then run out and get, bitch, I done run out of breath, I done blew a gasket, a head gasket, my alternator done run out, something wrong, bitch, my radiator's got a leak in it, something ain't right. I'm not gonna either make it to the first lap to get the shit or back to the van. And if I get there, chances are if I ain't ate my weed, this bitch, I had my vitamin B complex and my hemadays, not one of the days, my hemaday. If I ain't had my hemadays and she got myself together, bitch, I got to train for about 3 weeks for some shit like that. I can't just run up in there and grab some shit and run out. And then that shit got weight to it too. So now I ain't just running there my silly skinny ass and made it in. But now I got to run back out with a satchel full of shit and make it back to the van. I'm behind bitches and shit like that. I got to take a break and sit on the bench at some point. And then I'd be the first bitch they done cuffed and got it. So I can tell you right now, I'm not in the thing. I got anxiety and shit like that. I don't like small spaces. And I don't like no mask on my head or my face. So bitch, don't worry about it. But it's just, it's not infatuating. But it's just, I guess that is what people have been driven to in this economical system. This climate we got going on. Motherfuckers out here working and trying to make a dime and shit and can't make $1 out of 15 cents. And now $1, we gonna need 55 to equal 1. So I guess they say, well, fuck it, let's go and get it whilst we can and get us some gold bars and some crypto money. So when it all falls down, we be good. I don't know, but I know y'all seen that shit. Drop down in the comments, let me know if y'all seen them videos. But anyway, that was just one of the things on my mind. So I was just talking some shit. Moving on to the next thing. Did y'all see the interview with Raven-Symoné and Whoopi Goldberg? I know y'all watched it. I've been waiting a minute. I've been looking at shit just because I ain't been up on this bitch. Don't mean I ain't been looking. I had my Googlies looking. And I was watching, and I heard the interview, and the part that got my attention was when Raven-Symoné, she's a bold bitch. She just asked questions. That's what I'm talking about. She's a gay Wendy Williams in a speak, but she ain't messy like that. She was straight up ass whooping. So listen, I ain't gonna tell you no lie whooping. Like sometimes when I'm around you, you giving, you know, butch vibes, you giving lesbian vibes. And Whoopi's reply was, her rebuttal was basically saying, I've been asked that a lot, you know, throughout my career and being around. And I'm not a lesbian, although I play one on TV and I have a lot of friends as lesbians. I don't know. I don't know if I bought it, Whoops. I don't know if I bought it, Whoopi. Cause in this day's climate, Whoopi, that's what you got going on. Come on, even if you bisexual, come on out and tell us. I don't mind. I thought for years that you was, you know, munching carpet. I thought for years we was gonna find out. We found out the Rosie girl was gay and all the rest of them. We thought you came out then. But maybe she bisexual and she don't want nobody to know what she got going on. Maybe she done experimented with a couple of women and she just don't want to talk about her situation. But I just don't believe. And I love me some Whoopi. I've seen damn near everything Whoopi was in. And one of the things I hated the most was what that movie is when she played that woman, Color Purple. I couldn't stand that movie. It was funny though at some point, you know. But I loved him, I love him, I love him, I love him. And when he goes, I follow. I watch all that shit. I probably gonna turn that shit on when I get out just to look at. I will follow him. Yes. Whoopi has always been an aspiration to me. And when she been out here paying all these college tuitions and shit for all these young black folk to go to college, Whoopi done did some things in her life as far as helping the community. But I ain't gonna say but because I don't want to undercurrent anything that she's done or none of that. I don't put no but on that. Whoopi has done a lot of great work. Side to that, back to the conversation at hand, I really think Whoopi probably done had her puss ate by a woman before, probably even ate a woman's puss. And she probably dabbled in that at some point in her life. I feel like maybe she might have diverted to that and wasn't sure if that was her lifestyle or if that's what she really wanted. So she probably tried it out for a moment and maybe found it didn't work for her, or maybe it works for her every now and again. Who knows? And I guess she felt like, look, let me tell you something, young bitch. Don't get up on here asking about my sexual life. Not sexual, my sexual life. Because Whoopi says she talks about the topics and she talk about the motherfucking shit and the motherfucking shit, no less than the shit. And she says she always been upfront and about her business. But I'm going to tell y'all like this here. I don't believe it. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know. Either how many of y'all think she bisexual, how many of y'all think she might be on the down low, or how many of y'all think she might have just fooled around with a woman and just didn't want to tell us because it ain't none of our motherfucking business. And she didn't want to tell Raven because it's none of your motherfucking business. Because see, that's the thing. Some folks feel like because you so open with your sexuality and shit and don't mind nobody knowing what you be doing, whether you be munching on carpet or whether you like your carpet munched on, you be sucking on dinklings, or you like your dinklings sucked on, sucked on, or you like your honey hole played with. It's like that's some stuff I feel like should just stay in the privates. I think your privates ought to stay in the privates. I don't think that all that kind of stuff need to be publicized to the people because sometimes we just don't even want to know, or sometimes we just don't even give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So most times anyway, like y'all come out here and tell us some shit, and then when everybody ain't in agreement with it and they give their honest opinion about it and it's not how you feel or how you thought it was going to be reciprocated, you jump back or you want to snap back at the people for giving their honest opinion. That's why I say some of y'all not ready. Motherfuckers be thinking they ready because they come out and say shit. Just because you ready to say it, bitch, don't mean everybody else ready to hear it. And even if you're ready to say it, don't mean you're ready to receive the motherfucking clapback or the comments or the residual energy that you'll get back from that story that you put out there or that folklore that you put out there. Whether it's to get you clout or not, you might be getting the wrong kind of clout. And that's what I want y'all to sit up and think about and understand before you go out there and put some shit out to my, oh yeah, I ain't want to tell nobody I'm famous now, but I like meeting up with women's at night, eating their coochie and scratching their coochie behind dumpsters at the Burger King, specifically at 2 a.m. in the mornings. Or I like meeting menses while I'm a menses, and I like sucking on random menses things late at night while I'm down at the Home Depot behind the dumpster. We don't need to know that kind of stuff. Keep your sexual proclivities to yourself. That is one of the things that get you in trouble. Sometimes they say the energy you want is the energy you will attract. And a lot of y'all putting that shit out there and y'all know that the energy y'all looking for, that's not what y'all about to attract. Y'all know the folks is not finna give y'all asses that much motherfucking grace. Yeah, you got a few out there that's gonna let you slide with the shit. But there's a whole bunch that's gonna sit up there and tell you, bitch, you's a nasty hoe and all your hoes is motherfucking nasty. Speaking of which, moving on from Simone and Whoopi Goldberg situation, I was looking at an interview with an Instagram model, and I'm gonna try to put it in the description box. She was on We in Miami podcast. Shout out to We in Miami podcast for this interview. Thank you so much for sharing this with us, sister, because I was tickled pink when I listened to the interview and the girl was talking. Now the girl talked about ASAP Rocky and Lil Baby. She said ASAP Rocky, she done ate his booty, and play with his hiney hole and stuff like that. And he, when she come into the room, he be, calling her to come by and stuff like that. And he just take his legs and throw his hands, her waist socks in the air and be, twiddling his toes and shit like this here. And say the lady, the girl said she eat his booty and, all that different stuff. And she suck on his thing, but she eat that booty for a minute. And he likes that old kind of stuff. He be moaning and carrying on. This ASAP Rocky now. And said he liked her to finger his booty hole. Now, I'm telling you what the girl said. I'm going to try to drop the interview down up in the thing so y'all not saying I'm making up shit. They say ASAP Rocky, the girl said likes his booty hole finger. And while she like that. But she said in ASAP Rocky, she and ASAP Rocky at some point after all the foreplay, because she said he brought her up to the room. She took her to his room, the house where he make his booms. Now where his mama live. Yes. So, but he wanted to show her something. And she said she already knew what it was. And he put his pants down and stuff like that. She said he decently endowed. But at the end of the day, the first thing he went for was he threw his hands, her waist socks up in the air and let her eat his booty and finger his hiney hole. And, you know, while he played with his dick. Excuse my French, y'all. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm sorry. Not only that, Lil Baby apparently is a freak. Now, she got a little bit more into detail when it came to Lil Baby's situation. She said Lil Baby actually paid her $40,000 to play with his booty hole, his hiney hole, okay? So she went in specific details. What she said was, and these some graphic details. If you got children watching, bitch, or you ain't into this kind of shit, go ahead and turn it off. But watch these videos to the end, bitch. I get my credit. She said, with Lil Baby, she says, first thing he want to do is get up in the room. He want to throw his hands, her waist socks up in the air, throw his legs up in the air, and let her straight go in for the boot. The girl said the asshole is shaven, ain't no hair on there. She said it's instantly wet. You know, I mean, of course, anal glands, that's how it's going to be. But she said instantly got wet. She said it was open. She said she ain't had no problem going there and fingerizing his hiney hole. And while he was moaning and jacking off his pecker and all that different stuff with his legs up in the air, she said apparently in her mind, in her profession, the way that it was, the way he went down and he threw him in the air for her, and the way he let her, you know, massage his prostate and get up in that ice with that finger. She said he's no stranger to being fingered. She said she actually thinks he's bisexual. She let men fuck that butt. She even said she thought ASAP Rocky was letting Rihanna fuck their ass every now and again. So who knows? But Lil Baby, like I say, y'all out here fucking with these women. Y'all not signing NDAs. Y'all not keeping y'all business to yourself. Granted, do what you want. That your sexual, again, proclivities are your business. But when you got people like this, you just meeting on the website and you know you famous and shit like this, that bitch, you need to sign NDAs and shit. And get that shit under wraps, because this woman put out all kind of shit. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, so these niggas out here rapping about bitches and hoes and drinking this and tossing it up and all this, but you going home and wrap your legs around the back of your motherfucking head and probably letting some nigga take you to Pound Town and fuck the living shit out your ass while you letting this lady finger your motherfucking hiney hole. I mean, you ain't too much more than 4. You ain't too much more than some of these men y'all sit around and call gay that's taking the dick. And we're just gonna keep it 100. It is what it is. So all you ladies out there, allegedly ASAP Rocky and Lil Baby like to be fingered and like they booty hole it. They like to take them hands, her way socks. After they take them hands, her way drawers off, they takes them. I be trying to do my videos with a straight face, y'all, but I swear I be tickled deep down and inside. I be trying to pull myself in and do this shit with a serious face, but sometimes it doesn't always work out. But, you know, these women that y'all is so in love with these men's, bitch, these men's probably taking them to Pound Town when they finish with y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, it's like an erotica. It's like, it's funny to find out this kind of shit, but at the same time, it's like, let me find out. You like your rump played with. But yeah, she said she was up in there busting him down, and she did the motion and everything. She would say she was just going in and out. She say Lil Baby was just sitting there moaning with his motherfucking footsies in the air, twiddling his toes and shit. And she say she was just going to town, making that thing cream. Well, she didn't say all of it, but I'm adding in there, because she may as well said that the way she was saying she was rounding that ass. She didn't even say she had sex with Lil Baby. She just basically said she got up in his fanny pack and gave him what he needed. And he jacked his wing off. So I don't know. So that's allegedly, but I ain't even say, I'm going to say allegedly, but that's what the girl said. I'm going to try to link the video and drop it down here in the description box. Last but not least, everybody's on social media talking about Erica Mena and Bambi from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta getting into a fight over there at some club, and how Saucy Santana was in it, was present. But his boyfriend, Metz, got arrested. I think that's the boy's name. Got arrested along with Bambi and Erica Mena. Where everybody assumed or was making an assumption, didn't know what happened. Saucy Santana got on there and straightened out for all you bitches that's looking. Saucy say, First of all, Erica Mena was the bitch that got it started. Say Erica Mena was up in there drinking her alcohol and drinking her drinks, and the bitch couldn't keep her motherfucking shit together. She is not very good with containing her alcohol and her liquor, and she was acting a goddamn fool with the motherfucking security. Sassy say security was big old security guards was on Erica Mena's ass in some kind of way. Bambi got implemented into it, and so Mitch, I guess, was friends with them two girls. And was trying to get security off of them, and that's how he ended up getting into a scuffle with security, and that's how he ended up arrested. Saucy say, I hot doored the fuck out, I backdoored and ran the fuck about the back door with the bullshit. The girl said I was there with my man and her friends. I don't indulge in this kind of bullshit. I don't engage in this kind of bullshit. So when the shit went down, I exited stage right because I care about my name, and I didn't want it to be associated with this kind of shit. I got out of there, and I went and bailed my man out, and she showed us her man was sitting on the patio, looking and probably smoking a blunt, decompressing, getting himself together, whatever like that. Now, all I got to say is this about that. Ooh, Sassy. Bitch, you talking about you don't want your name included in some bullshit. Girl, what's going on with that lawsuit with them people that sued your motherfucking ass for you not showing up to the goddamn thing? Let us find out what your name is associated with. What they say you is when you don't show up for a concert you've been paid for. A fucking fraud. What they say you is when your fat ass can run about that club faster than any motherfucking body else in that bitch. What they say you is when you run out that bitch like they say she by Sheree just opened a storefront and giving away free motherfucking merchandise for the first time, and only the first 10 people get the first 10 people gonna get free merchandise. That girl ran about that bitch like they say Social Security was being free to everybody that showed up at the Social Security office. They grant you your shit right now at the age of 22. That girl ran out there like they said the buffet that you paid for with admission had finally opened, and the first 10 get 2 plates versus 1. That bitch ran up out there like her tampon was leaking, and she was wearing white pants, and she had to get somewhere because she forgot her Tampax down to the house. That girl ran up out there like her boyfriend was up in there while she was up in the club with her husband, and she had almost been eyeballed and identified up in the joint. That bitch broke around there. I bet you Saucy Santana don't even run that fast on a daily basis unless, like I said, they got a buffet open somewhere, and they're telling that girl she got to get down there and be one of the first ones in line to receive 2 to 3 plates. But Saucy, I get what you're saying, girl, about you had to get your man out of that bullshit. I don't blame you, bitch. I don't indulge in that kind of shit. If my nigga was in that shit or his friends, bitch, we got the exit stage left. But Saucy, we still got to understand whether you paid them people that money back. We have yet to find out if you done returned that money to that gay function over there. I forgot the name of the city, but if you, I think was it Tennessee? I don't know what the fuck it was. Tennessee whiskey. Listen, y'all, I'm at home and I'm chilling out, and shit like this was just coming across my mind. I was like, bitch, get on there. What they say you is? They say your ass is retired, bitch. I done felt like I'm retired, but now I gotta get back out here and spread the word and tell the people what the fuck is going on. I gotta get back up in here and cook a pot of beans or something and get y'all motherfucking ass back over here with some lemonade and some Crown Royals and some Coke so we can discuss the shit and keep this motherfucking shit going. What they say you is when you over there on YouTube on AJ Red page? Who knows? You could be a clown, a fool, or a fucking fun friend. I don't know. But as for the rundown of the day, like I said, Donald Trump, he needs to be locked up. He needs to have some time. He needs to serve. He needs to see what the fuck it's like to be a regular citizen, because I don't think time has taught him he can do what he want, whenever he want, however he want. He ain't got to suffer no consequences to us. So we need to lay around there and turn that narrative around for all the motherfuckers that are in politics and think the law does not apply to them. Fry, bitch, fry is how I feel about it. Lock that orange peel face, spaghetti strap, sweet tangerine looking mother. Lock that bitch up. You old slayed lion tigeress looking bitch. You look like you probably played a motherfucking extra over there in that bullshit with that woman, what that lady was, that white woman that got arrested, with that tiger bullshit. You look like you one of the extras in the back, bitch, one of them old lions or something. Arrest that bitch, lock him up. That's right, Miss Willis. Lock that bitch up, put him under. Now listen, Donald, if you happen to become president again, scratch this, okay? Don't pay none of this no mind. What's the next topic? Recap. Bob Barker, rest in peace. You've been here long enough, but God forbid you couldn't make 100. I don't understand that, but I'm so sorry that you had to go ahead and punch that ticket and get on that old train. Cardi B, Slow down with the lawsuits, friend. Let's get one out the way before you get the other started, and actually take your stupid ass over there and ask that woman forgiveness so this shit can be dropped or not even brought to court. And you need to do the same thing, Tasha K, with your goofy ass. That mob shit, I want to say y'all need to stop, but Gucci and they got insurance, fuck them. Raven, mind your motherfucking business. But Whoopi, we do want to know if you done played with a pussy or two. We do want to know if you ate a little critchy or if you had your critchy itched by another lady. We still want to know about that. So somewhere around there, I want her to do in her biography or write a book and let us know about that. Even if it's after you check about this bitch, Whoopi, let us find that out. Lil Baby and A$AP Rocky likes their booty hole fan cut. They like their honey hole fan cut while they play with their male appendage. With the hanging away socks in the air, where they likes women's to finger their butt. I don't know if they want men's fingering it or they let men's put their male appendage in their butt, but allegedly Lil Baby does because his hole was open. He probably just got fucked the night before she fingered it. I don't know. Eric Mena and Bambi, you bitches need to lay around there and pull it back. If you can't hold your liquor, bitch, and you gonna lay around and have a mug shot by like Donald Trump, y'all just passed through the same way Donald Trump passed through, bitch. Y'all need to get y'all life in order. That ain't of a black queen. Get your life in order. Drink wine, bitch. Real ladies don't drink no hard whiskey anyhow. Drink you some wine, bitch. Go find you some Morgan David or some shit like that and go sit down and drink that shit and sit your goof ass down. You bitches look stupid out there in these streets acting like a goddamn dude or acting like some kind of fucking hood rat. But I guess that's what got you where you at in the first place. Sassy Santana, I'm glad you took care of your man's boo, but now you need to go take care of that lawsuit and take care of that bill over there with them folks over there that's suing you if you have not already. I'm already 50 minutes in. I gotta get the fuck out of here and find some more shit for y'all to talk about. Hit the subscribe bell. That's gonna make sure that when I go live or upload, you be one of the first motherfucking cousins to review these motherfucking videos and put me a comment down below. Yes. And make sure to put the thumbs up on these bitches because they say they help me out a lot. I don't know, but we'll see. And make sure to watch these bitches in their totality because that also plays a big role in my analytics. Share these motherfucking videos because at the end of the day, that is causing my motherfucking subscribers to blow up. We are almost at 4,200. I know that sounds a little small to some of you, but it's a lot to me. Let's run that shit up to 42 million. Yeah, let's do that right quick. But also make sure, I love you guys for sure, cousins, for rocking with me, hanging around with the bullshit. What they say you is, they say you a positive motherfucker. They say you a good person. They say you keep good high vibrations, that you love people in the same way you want to be loved. And I want you guys to do the same fucking thing and keep that energy all day, every day. If they can't do that, slide their funky ass to the left. I just did it with a couple of friends my own self. I don't know why the bitch don't play with me. You can't play with my energy. And don't let nobody play with y'all's, okay? All right, guys. Wrap your arms around yourself. Give yourself a big hug. That's from your cousin, AJ Red. I love you guys so much. Until the next video, which is coming soon. Love you guys so much and stay tuned for the next one. Holla. What they say you is.